There we go, we should be live, yes. Wonderful. Hello everybody, and welcome to Love Speaks Love. And while I just get organised and double check that we're live, which I'm sure we are, where are we? Beautiful. Yes, we are indeed live. Tech brain, switch on. Switch on. All right, I'm just going to do a couple of shares. If anybody feels to share it to any groups, that would be most helpful. Thank you. I'll share it to the Love Speaks Love page. And share it to a few groups. All right. Oops. Right, there we go. Okay. So I'll just open that up so I can see any comments that come in. So welcome to Love Speaks Love, Iris. It's wonderful to have you here.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure.
And it felt a very auspicious day to do this, and the synchronicities were just beautiful as well. So while people are gathering, I think I will just invite us into our heart space. And Love Speaks Love is a platform to share wisdom, ceremony. And one of my dreams from doing this is that people will actually be more in their heart space. So that's why at the beginning, I do a little invitation for us to bring our awareness to our heart space. And let us all breathe in love. Breathing love into our beautiful heart. And feeling our hearts expand and feeling that love spreading to every cell of our bodies. And extending our heart awareness out to join all of us together. So joining my heart to yours, Iris, and joining our hearts to everybody who's watching us live or on the replay. Oh, a bit noisy going past. Apologies for that. So extending our heart awareness out to the heart of Gaia. And connecting in with the New Earth templates and with the crystalline matrix that emanates out from the heart of Gaia. And let us call into our bodies any crystalline frequencies that would be of benefit for us just now. And feeling Gaia's love moving into every cell of our bodies. And feeling her gratitude for all that we are and all that we do. And extending that heart awareness out now to the heart of the sun. Feeling that solar energy now entering our bodies. moving into every cell, activating and awakening. And feeling, extending that awareness out as we feel source energy. And feeling ourselves as bridges between the cosmos and Gaia, as we are vessels anchoring into Gaia's heart, these beautiful cosmic codes and frequencies. Okay, so if anybody's eyes are closed, just opening them when you're ready. Okay, thank you everybody who's joined us live and who will be with us on the replay. So Iris, we first connected, well, I first connected with your energy on the Light Language Lounge, and I think it was the first live one that Suzanne did. And your energy very much got my attention. And I think, yeah, I reached out with a friend request for you then. And then when we were about to do the live Light Language Garden through Love Speaks Love as well, I very much felt called to draw you into that too. So I'm really glad that you could join me today. And the energy just feels super, super strong. And today is the 2nd of January, so it's a 2-2. So it's a 2-2 gateway, which to me is about balance. It's about balancing the masculine and the feminine. And it's also the last day of Imbolc. So Imbolc is between the 1st of February and the 2nd. And so I reached out to you today, feeling that I was going to be doing a Love Speaks Love, and I wasn't completely sure who was going to guest with me. And then you dropped in as a name, and I think this was, yeah, just before I reached out to you, and I'd put a post, I shared a post this morning, and while I was just feeling into the energy and opened Facebook, your name was the first name that I saw, and it was in response to the post that I'd shared. And I was like, yep, there's my confirmation. So I reached out to you, and thank you so much for agreeing to come on today.
Thank you for having me. It was, for me, it was your code was the opening of my day. Yesterday, I have been in meditation until 4:30 or something. And it was a very, very, very powerful and a lot of insights, a lot of downloads, a lot of little dots that needed a little bit of alignment, too much information. And then when I saw your code, something went like, you know, when it falls into place, and it was really powerful for me. So to receive your message then later was a real surprise, because it's the first time for me doing this. I do light language for a long time, for like 5 years, but I haven't shared so much, just a little code here and there, but really I was not sure. And around a month ago or so, I said, okay, I'm going to, well, I had to, because there were so many codes that wanted to come out. And yeah, so thank you. It's really an honor to be here with you.
No, it's a pleasure. It's an absolute pleasure to welcome you in. I'm just going to lift this light up a little bit.
Yeah.
Give me a second, and then maybe it won't be quite so much on my glasses. Yeah, that's a bit better. So I wonder if you want to share something about Imbolc, what Imbolc means for you, because we had a conversation earlier and I really resonated with what you were saying.
Yeah. So here on the Canary Islands where I live, it's Tenerife. It's an island where we have a volcano, the biggest volcano in Europe. And they say that all of these islands here are an ancient part of Atlantis, and the energies here are very, very strong. So today is La Virgen de la Candelaria, which is the Virgin, a Black Virgin, and they honor her on this day. On the south area, of the world, they honor Yemanya, or the goddess of the ocean or of the waters. And in the north, they honor the fire, which is like the father, right? So the father and the mother energy. And they say that today is the perfect day to bring those two into balance, to make like a purification of all those masculine energies that maybe are a little bit distorted, or where you still hold on to belief systems that you really need to get rid of. Because if you identify yourself too much with something, we are moving into an energy where, imagine that you have all the possibilities open. And if you label yourself with certain things, sometimes this is a limit. So if you believe something, this is what you're gonna see in your reality. So if you believe, let's take an example. If you believe that you have to heal, that you still have a long way to go because you feel yourself, you need a lot of healing, then that is what you are going to see in your reality. So it's really, everything is just a belief system. So I was talking to you in the morning, what I had this insight of is about the word of healing, that it had been so distorted, that in the moment we use this word healing, we imply that we are not whole, that we are not complete. So I'm trying to give the word healing a new meaning, which is simply to come into balance to your true self. So that is for me healing, but there's nothing wrong with you. It's just energies that are kind of misarranged. So today is the perfect day to rearrange those energies and bringing into balance this your masculine energy that has long been just shut out. And I don't want to see you. I just only want to heal you, but really we need to embrace that energy. And then the feminine part, which is your feminine power. Today is the day of the goddess, right? The three goddesses. So bringing those together and really feel into your feminine, into your intuition, bring those together, let them make love with each other, so that your beautiful code with the golden egg, right? This golden child that comes when father and mother come together, which is you. You are the golden child, and today is a day of rebirth, of starting a new chapter in your life where you leave behind all of your past, really all the identification with your past. There is no more to heal. It's just letting go everything that you no longer need and stepping into the golden age, the golden child, your true self, your true nature, and your true power. And this is what your Go code gave me this morning. I just looked at it and I just saw like a golden dragon rise. And in my meditation shortly before, I just saw like, you know, a purple and a blue dragon dancing with each other like this, you know, like kind of making love. And then I had a vision of a golden fetus, like in an egg, like in a womb. So when I saw your code and what you wrote, I was like, wow, this is just so beautiful. And when you let that magic in your life, everything is just simply magical, and synchronicity after synchronicity. And this is what 5D or a higher dimension is about. It's not anything else. It's just you being in complete awe all the time of life and in peace with yourself.
Beautiful, thank you.
You're welcome.
And Imbolc as well, traditionally here and in Scotland and Ireland, was related to Brigid. And Brigid is linked to fire, healing, and what was the other thing? There was 3 things: fire, healing. Oh, it'll drop in a minute, or I'll check when you're speaking. Yeah. So I find that interesting as well, and I think that I believe that Britain is named after Brigid.
Oh wow!
I've heard that before, and I'm not completely sure on that, but I've heard that from a few different sources, which feels really, really interesting in terms of what you were saying as well, because she's linked to the fire, and she's also linked to the healing too. So one of the things that I wanted to speak to you about and ask you about was your journey and how you came to be doing, because you create some beautiful artwork as well. It's really, really special, and we'll show everybody some of that later. But I'd love to hear about your journey and how you came to be doing what you're doing now. And you told me a little bit this morning, so I'll be very grateful if you share that with everybody.
Yeah. So Iris, the personality Iris, used to be a real estate agent. Before I did online marketing, I was very, very concentrated on my job and making money, you know, the typical, very, very in the material world. And then I had a very fast and very sudden awakening where I discovered that I'm not this body and that I'm much more than that. And then everything was very fast. 5 years ago, I was activated on speaking light language by Judy Satori. Since then, I started drawing codes and writing light language. Then I started signing light language with the hands, and then speaking more and more light languages. It really just depends on what comes through. But I was very resistant on sharing, or I was very afraid in the beginning, and I didn't have a lot of people that did the same. But then I started connecting with more and more that were doing light language too. And about 5 months ago, my father told me a dream that he had. And he says, I never dreamed, but this was a very vivid dream. And you were kind of a teacher to all my favorite artists. And they were telling me how amazing your classes, because you're teaching them to paint from the heart. So when he told me that, something in me made click. And then I had the urgency to draw, to paint, to draw. And I have never really painted before in my life, because in school I went to a school where it's like music and art school in Germany, because I'm half German and half Spanish. And they always told me I was bad in all the art, like that I cannot paint. So I always believed that from me. So if you could told me to paint a flower 5 months ago, or a face, I would have said, I cannot paint. I cannot do this. So this dream from my father was kind of an opening, and then I just simply started painting. And it was really weird, because suddenly I went into like a trance state, like into a very deep meditation. And it was like suddenly what I had painted started to move, and I could see beings coming through the paper. Yeah. And I was like, wow, what is this? So this is where it all started. And then I became more and more insight on what my paintings are, what they do, and it's been a really real journey. So my paintings, every painting is different. I never know what I'm gonna do, but I always try to work, or they make me work with the 4 elements. So my water is programmed with light language, with light codes that I use for painting. I often mix with different earth from different places they made me take. And a lot of my paintings are blown, so I blow instead of painting with my hand. And also I use fire. So it's a weird thing they make me do, but it's like I feel that they are necessary to take in all the elementals to build this world, because most of my paintings are portals. So I feel that this is necessary. Not all of them have the 4 elements though, or the 5. So well, I started like this, and then I noticed that some paintings took me really long to finish. So I had to stop and then continue. And recently I just understood, because I'm like you all, I'm on my way. So I'm learning. I feel that I'm creating something that didn't exist before. So for me, everything is new too. Because that's why I asked to bring down something that I don't even know that I can do, that is possible yet. So a good friend of mine told me that sentence, and when he told me that sentence, I was like, wow, that's what we need now. We need to ask for the things that we don't know that are even possible yet that we can do. So to start bringing in the new technology, the new things, because that's how we create the new world. So I asked for that and I received it, and it's crazy, because really for me it's amazing when I start with a painting and when it's finished, it's just simply amazing, because it's not me doing this. Well, it is me, it is through me, but I feel that it already exists, and I just bring the energy down. So to bring that down, I have to embody this energy. So I do not channel this. This is something that I am embodying, and it just speaks through me. So that's why sometimes it takes so long for me to finish a painting, because it's a journey for me. Some paintings just completely changed my whole life upside down, like this, for example, which is what I was speaking from Union of Worlds.
Wow.
So this painting, which is also very good for this day, they made me take the original, this is the original, and I show it to you. So this painting, for example, really started to change everything, because that's when I decided to really go public with this. So this holds a lot of codes and a lot of also various layers. It's not only what you see on the surface, so there's much more behind it. So depending on your consciousness, where you're at, and how many how your perception is, you can see either the first layer, or you can go into the other layers that are behind there, and really have like a trip through the photo of the painting. And all these new technologies are just there for everyone, available for everyone. You can do that. And many people are asking me how I come up with these ideas, or how I do this, and I'm telling them how I do this. And especially like younger children are writing me, and I'm telling them, and they are coming up with so amazing things. So everyone can do this. It's just you have to connect with your heart and let go of the result, and just really be a vessel for not only, maybe it's not art, but for anything that you can create.
Wow. Okay, there's a few things coming off that. I was intrigued actually, first of all, how do you bring the fire in? Because you explained about the other elements. How do you bring the fire?
So I do work, sometimes I'm guided to work with pouring. I'm just going to show what that is.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a pouring painting.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so here I use, of course, water. I use the air because it is blown by me, and I use the fires because the little bubbles that you see here, they come up with fire. This is a specialized painting that is not ready yet. But this is very, very many layers, and this is really a trip. And I'm just going to show it real quick because I don't have the allowance yet to show it. But just that you know what pouring is. So here I work with fire, and also maybe I have another one here. Yeah. Also here with this normal one, this is just aquarelle, but still they made me go very fast over it, because you have to imagine when I do the base, with my hands. Like I just put painting on my hand, and then I take the water that has been activated with light language before, and then I just go like this. Really, this is what I do, like this. And then I wait, and then they tell me blow, and then I blow, and they tell me go take fire. I take fire, and then I wait, and then the beings start coming up. So this is also a very relevant picture for today, because I have been having a lot of visions of the phoenix, and also I wrote that many keepers of the codes are seeing that. This is what I have the feeling is also happening around these days, is this rebirth of the golden child, or the rise from the ashes from the phoenix. So here in this painting we have, I don't know if you can see it, it's 3 phoenixes in one. There's 1, 2, and 3 rising.
Wow.
And so also in my paintings you see a lot of you will see a lot of like small men like this, in a kind of a shape of the water, how do you say, drop?
Yeah.
Water drop shape, which is also called ikasha. So this is, for me, in my truth, in my movie, this is our Christ vehicle. So our Christed vehicle, we were all just a water drop that is finding its way back to the ocean. So every little small person that comes up in my paintings, when that happens, for me, it's amazing, because it's someone stepping through the portal and waking up by seeing my painting, and I literally greet them. So it's a very, very intense process sometimes, and I recognize a lot of the people who are stepping through the portal, and it's beautiful. And also the eyes play an important role in my paintings, and also in general with us. So all the information, our genetic information of who we are, is in our eyes. So this is why if you look someone in the eyes and you're present with someone, and by looking him in the eyes, you can really transcend the physical and go beyond the physical of the person. And this is also what my paintings bring. So look beyond the first level and go deeper. Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, does it feel the right time to screen share and show?
I think we should show your code.
Oh.
It's just because it's so, I think, so attuned to today's energies. And then, well, if you want to, of course. Do you know how to?
I would be happy to. Let me just.
If not, meanwhile, I can share. I don't know if it's better to show it like this. I think I'm gonna do a screen share.
Mm-hmm.
So this one I was guided to show because it shows. This is a big canvas that I did. Can you see it?
Let me have a little looky. So if you click on that again, to just bring it up.
Do you see anything?
No, it's still, from my perspective, it's still really small.
It is.
So I can see your whole screen, but it's not actually opened into it. I can see like 8 paintings.
Oh, okay. That's weird. And now?
Yeah, it's this like, oh, let me just check how it is on Facebook. See if it's different there. Yeah, no, it's not shared properly.
That's weird.
Interesting.
Yeah. Really.
You've shared before, haven't you?
I have. Normally it does work.
Yeah, it's showing your whole screen, but it's not zoomed into that particular picture.
And now?
Can you double click on it?
I do. I'm double clicking on it.
Oh, that's weird. Because it's still, and live it's still just showing.
Okay, I'm finished. I'm gonna try again. Wait. I'm gonna try and open it up immediately in the picture. See? So. Does that work now?
Just hang on a second. I am.
Yes, you can see it. I see it on Facebook.
Yes.
It's working.
Yeah,
okay.
Brilliant.
Good.
Wow, so talk us through this one.
Okay, so this one was a personalized soul painting or magic map, how I like to call them, for a very, very, very powerful, amazing friend of mine. And here you see that it's a mixture of pouring. So the whole part on the top is worked with a lot of fire and air and of course water, and then the down part is acrylic paint. So it's a mixture of different, and then I have also aquarelle, which is a lot of water as well. So this one was, I completely saw the vision, and I saw that the wings, the angel wings, are really not anything else as a connections to other parts of ourselves. And when we have established this connection and kind of anchored this connection and made this connection and brought it back to us, like this information, then this is where our angel wings start to come up, right? So this is an activation for exactly that. So the different planets that are connected to her wings can be interpreted as different parts of herself living in other dimensions or planets, or as well connection with her gifts, which is wisdom, clairvoyance, clairaudience, so different types of things. I don't want to go too much because I don't want to condition people, because really, and everyone sees what they are ready to see, right? Or what they are ready to understand. So I'm just gonna go very superficial, but it has also a lot of metaphoric significance. So the lady sitting like this, you know, with her legs open, kind of, you could think that she's birthing someone. And I have been birthing, literally birthing a lot of energies and parts and projects, and I feel that we are all birthing something new, that it is a time of birthing things. And the code that brought to this code is this one, which is, I don't know if we can see it. Can we see it? So this one is was called. Can you see the new code?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. Then I'm gonna go again like I did before. So okay, why doesn't it work? I cannot go back to Zoom.
Oh, that's interesting.
Like,
so,
no, here, I have it. I'm back. Okay, so like this. Good. Should be seeing it now. So this one is a very important code as well. And this one is the one that I talked to you in the morning, which is called planetary fecundation. So do you see it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Perfect. So here, this code was very, very, very intense for me. And it birthed itself during solstice. And for me, it really felt like literally a fecundation. And I'm just gonna say it like how I feel it, even if I'm putting myself out there a little bit right now, but it's just how I feel it. It's my truth. And I feel with this, when I did this painting, I understood that I'm kind of coming from the future into the past to bring or to activate the potential of the original blueprint DNA potential that we humans hold, that is much more than just 3 strands of DNA, and that this original blueprint, somehow I have this information, and I can help people just remember who they are. And here with this, it came with a little light language with this on the left corner, which is Meharatu Amei Shavanma Mehei. So this sentence will mean something different for everyone. I'm just gonna let you know what it meant for me, because you cannot really translate it. It's just a feeling. It is the feeling that I can see, I can feel, I can see you. And what needs to happen is that time and space will have to dissolve to be able for us to come back together. So who is this other part? I think through all of my process now with my paintings, that we're talking about our beloved, which is our cosmic self, our being, our avatar, which we are coming into union with. So also our feminine and masculine, right? There's like always this triad going on. So after this painting, which was the fecundation, also planetary fecundation as I called it, which also kind of shows us that we really do come also from the ocean. This has something to do with the water, that water is very important in the whole thing. And this was also made with water and fire and air, you see, and it has earth from a very sacred place here. So this painting is very, very powerful.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can totally, yeah.
I'm just gonna leave that now.
Okay, so I didn't have this, it was on my phone and not my computer, but I have now transferred this to my computer. So I should, I think, can you see that?
See? Yes, I can see perfect.
Okay, so let me see if I can make this. Yeah, okay. So this code was number 6 of the first set of Solargy Superabundance codes. And I kept playing with this, whether it was one way round or the other. And so what I did was actually put them both together. And when I managed to do that, this is all such a learning curve as well in terms of the technology. I've never done this before, but I managed to put them together, and I had to like delete things at the edge, and yeah, anyway, made it. So maybe I can read out the message from the code as well, because that kind of explains what is going on with this. So, okay. So here's the message. And I'm just going to take a few breaths before I start to read this and just really allow the code to be embodied again within myself. The Golden Grail holds the elixir of life, the nectar of truth, all, infinity and beyond. The Golden Grail is held within the void, the womb of life, the golden seeds, divine masculine and feminine in balance, fire and water. From one and one is created the third. The Trinity becomes, shining out of the void, the divine child, the dragon. Masculine and feminine energies in balance. Fire creating expression. Expansion activated. The naked open heart exposed. The spinning, crystalline, diamond octahedron heart. Full power, full might. The master creator dragon creating light in the void. Out of the void, the light of creation bursts forth into the void. Held within the void is the golden egg, the light, the fire. The egg is within the void is within the egg. Out of the void, the egg appears the golden lion. Her womb of creation alight, awakened, activated. Her naked, spinning, crystalline diamond octahedron heart, exposed, open. The yin, the yang, the balance, divine feminine and masculine in balance, the fire to the water. All the elements connected together, their seeds growing within her womb, her grail, blossoming into the beings of the ground, air, and waters. The golden cosmic whale brought into being, created and birthed, anchored within the templates of divinity in the crystalline, diamond heart of Gaia, supported by the waters, bringing light to the earth, birthing all the seeds of creation, creation codes anchored, superabundance codes activated, the light, the void, as above, so below, one quantum cycle. The end is the beginning is the end, full circle. You are the golden seed. You are the divine creator. You are super abundance.
I just got major chills all over my body. It's the same feeling I got in the morning. This is such a powerful code. I think it's one of the most powerful codes you've made. It really is.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, and it's really interesting reading that message again. It's like, oh, with each word I'm reading, I'm like,
especially because of everything that we have spoken, what today is about, right?
Yeah.
So it's really just this seed that was planted, that was fecundated, like the masculine and feminine in a solstice. Now the seed is starting to grow, like this golden child is starting to grow. And yeah, it's absolutely stunning. I love this code.
Thank you. Now I'm finding it difficult to stop screen. There we are. Stop share. Okay, we're back. We're back. We've done the tech stuff. Yeah, thank you so much for that. I really feel it's a powerful code as well. Now, I'm feeling that we may have some light language to come through. What about you?
Yes, yes. With your code, it already started coming.
Yeah, I'll hand over to you first then in that case, and I'll let you start sharing yours. Thank you.
I feel this is very, very anchoring, like into the very, very original seed of the earth, as if the roots would need to be stronger and deeper to be able to grow even faster and bigger to the surface. Kur anai mishi ut nas mak oi it a ma u ma na ik e ut nas ut na imek I wak nai shuai andor voi ande me oi andu me anaya yo ate o endo shurbai dai kyo atni sukumak nav uit inish awo atia sur namama huat ines ekiawa tishere via ut ines ayquayat ines imiawai tikiawa tishu ut ure buaya sit inikiawu ikiawate ayana kwai ayaya tu ayana ayaya kwai ayaneo me veo tu iana yamawaya tu shaende
Eran oi ai casht aran dornai barana iaka. Makoret ind erat ut orat de iets ut an gedaren giapa. Ukret ke an iakrut huyana kokon el iamburen niaparat an kiat kukokul. Mest aran iakaren ukiat et inna a. Makoleke barana kiat tata pakuto unne kiato inna a. Pidle pakiara tikle pakitile okille pegate la kiano kulle tikitaton o kiarna ke at Nakile no kuist arana kut ut ada. Paran ia kana kiti ut tata. Nakile pero no kutero no kuiaton ukista. Me kial ehkiant orina ka an. Et ut orinta et ia noia to just kulle kradara te kille pero la pakite toton. Ukle kiara no kulle krono kuya an. Nest orenea kui it ieron karan darat ut uina ka a. Mokula ka ana kot ui ist a. Meki an ukust a. Bada ant Meki arant o i a. Ukaran dokran da karet ki i. Parataka an dokot erst ui. Hulekia ni it ui at an akit a. At ikitet ut ui itiketa an tikitet ut ui kulle pekara tekle pakidelle kit int at ut ui at ut unt a.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Wow. Whew. And I feel those codes as well were really, there was a lot of grounding, a lot of anchoring. And I'm also feeling there was a lot of, I want to go like this. It was like really bringing everything into the heart. To then be anchored into the earth. Like I'm really being guided to kind of like, yeah, it feels like maybe it's not quite finished yet. Do you feel like you have more codes?
Yes, I also have a message just coming in.
Yeah, whatever feels. Midiare iet an okoi. Makore niakarat tot und mel ihan deran unstata mekiabarat ana kiale iranokut are metet de are niki kiki et ma papapala ant ikide no ustaran niakaba ant mekile ina an ukdoin Ya le ba it iat onokert tatatata. Hel ikiant oret en iekdetetoton. Horleke instatatata. Il eparant ea kunno kokusta. Ya le kia ya na ya kuya ya. Ya le ya no koya. Hela kia la. Oi la ki. Meren niet at oren ai ukudun. Me kilera tatatana. Me bebaranat ai. Me kulekiran atoto oistara. Me kilekiran oit ai. Me kilekian or neki de eren. Okal ekian ore. Me polekian toda de lain. Nekist arana kiano kud ut oyana tatata a. Beautiful. Thank you.
So those were elementals right now, and before they came in, they said it's a message. You can actually talk to them. They create your reality. So if you want to manifest something, you will need them, and it's good to just start connecting with them. They're not something separate from you. They're in you. So you are water, you are earth, you are fire, and you are air, and you're ether, and you are love, which is the most important element. And those elementals will help you make your new reality. And before that, it was also a calling. I got this message 3 days ago, a calling to all the star seeds, old and new, the star flowers, the older ones, and the star seeds, calling them in, connecting. We are going to connect and make like a connection of all of us in different countries, and we're going to start coming together because we are going to build this new earth, and this is why we need to start communicating and start making projects together. And it seems that this is one of my tasks, so I'm going to, I don't know how, but it's there. I can see it already. I don't know when it's going to happen, but this was a call. So you know, when you have been listening to this and you have felt it, then you probably are one of them.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, thank you. I really resonate with that message. And I'm being guided just to kind of show, I think there's activation in these. So this is aventurine, and it's the sun. Wow. And this is dragonfly.
Oh, wow. How beautiful.
And I think that's power as well. So dragonflies, obviously, they're born in the water and they spend their life in the water. And then they change elements. So they're a strong message of metamorphosis. And that is the strong feeling that we're going through at the moment. It's a real metamorphosis. It's a real change. And it's kind of not so much going from one element to the other, but and it's interesting that you brought the elements in and the 5 elements. So it's us really becoming fully anchored within those elements, like really becoming us in our true elements.
Yeah.
And shining, you know, being like the sun, shining the light like the sun.
You know, it's so funny because my next painting that I'm doing for someone is a girl standing like that, receiving the codes like the sun from the sun, and only one dragonfly above her. This is the code, and behind all around her is just a rainbow aura. And this is the next activation that's coming through this painting, as the activation of the rainbow body, the rainbow vehicle, the rainbow drop of water, because that's what we are.
Yeah.
And so absolutely amazing synchronicity, what you just said. It's crazy. We're all connected, and this information is there for everyone.
Yeah, totally. totally. Ooh, wow, loving all that. Oh, okay.
Beautiful. Okay.
Just trying to tune in and just feel if there's anything. Yeah, so your website, so it's www.Kyaron, Kyaron,
Yes.
which is KYARON.com.
Yes.
And I think that is, I copied and pasted that, so that should be in the information that's with this live.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I felt such strong activation all through this call. Like it's been quite a challenge to concentrate.
Yes.
I try and take notes as well for when I write this up for YouTube, but I might have to watch it again. Go on,
Yeah.
you're going to say.
Me too. So where you can follow me better than my website, because website is really new, and I nowadays I don't know if you really need a website nowadays, but it's really I'm sharing more on Instagram, which is my Instagram is Rainbow Kyaron, the KYRON. I'm gonna put it also in the comments. And all on Facebook. I have also a Facebook page, so that's where I mostly share. And if you want to connect with me, if you have questions, you're always more than welcome to connect with me. I will be very, very happy, because that's what it's happening right now, so that we are all connecting the ones that needed to exchange something. Because the gift that I receive is when someone asks my advice or service of me, is always I am receiving something back from you. So you are bringing an energy that is not only for me and you, but also for the whole collective. So these energies that you're bringing in, like what you saw, those people are bringing in these energies and anchoring in them here. Also, all the other code keepers, if you feel resonant with a code keeper, this is the person who is able to bring down the energy that you are bringing. So you are like a puzzle piece for the whole picture. No one is above or underneath you. We're all the same, and everyone has a very important information. That's why I really always appreciate as well when people comment on my pictures and give their view, because it gives me a message. So we're all coming together as one. No one is above or below. I talked with Denise in the morning about it. Like we're like this lonely wolves that have been doing the job alone. We're coming together now, and yeah, let's change this
Beautiful.
thing.
Beautiful. And it's happening. Like
Yes,
we
it's
can't
happening.
stop it.
Yay!
It's so organic,
so
and it's got a life of its own as well. And it's kind of like light water that we're being carried down the river along with it, and people are coming into the stream with us and riding with us,
like
surfing
dolphins.
a surfboard down the river. Beautiful. Thank you so much. It's been really
Thank
beautiful.
you, Denise. I had such a blast. It was funny. We can do that always. It's amazing.
Definitely. We will do it again, that's for sure.
Thank you so much, really. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you all for listening, for hanging in there with us. And I hope this was something good for you.
Yeah, thank you. And I will just actually invite us all back to our heart space as well, and let's close as we began, and just in that stream of love, really feeling into your own beautiful heart, which is one of many hearts all together in this unified field of love. So breathing love into our beautiful hearts and breathing love out into this one unified field of love. And giving thanks and blessings to everyone who's been with us live, everyone who will watch this on the replay and on YouTube. Infinite love and blessings. Thank you. Love, love, love.
Thank you.